Nah, the thing I talked to was way more praying mantis-y.
Really?
It was a big stringy thing of light.
This shit rules.
Fantasy. You know what I've always wondered about people when they take psychedelics is like there's specific images online of characters that you see like on psychedelics. Is that like what you saw or no?
I haven't seen any of those specific images.
There's like the
honestly.
DMT time gnomes.
A lot of people talk about mechanical elves. I did not see any mechanical elves. I saw this big, it was like long beams of light. It almost looked like a gigantic praying mantis made out of light beams.
Yeah.
That was the first night. And then the second ceremony, bro, I saw this weird elephant thing. It looked kind of like an elephant with like basketballs and soccer balls and forks and spoons shooting out of its mouth.
Really?
Oh.
Vaguely remember something like that. Yeah, it was weird.
So do you like close your eyes and see this, or is this just in front of you?
No, yes. Okay, so that's where I think I sort of fucked up on the second ceremony.
Okay.
Because the second ceremony, I saw that weird elephant thing, and then I saw this black and white lizardy thing kind of crawling around. And at some point, I opened my eyes, and then I kept them open for the rest of that ceremony.
Yeah.
And I stopped seeing things.
So do you like? Oh, really?
And
That's
I
interesting.
Did
you try and close your eyes after that?
No, I didn't think to. And then I was looking back. I was like, why? I don't know. I probably, if I was going to do it again, I would close my eyes the whole time. But when I opened them, I could see the room. I didn't have.
So were you aware of like thought and that like you were at a place and that there was people around?
Yes.
But you were also
I still
just
knew
seeing
where I
things?
was. Well, when I opened my eyes, I could see everything perfectly clearly. Like it wasn't any different, you know? I could see everything that was around me. When I closed them... Yeah, obviously when I closed them, I couldn't see the room anymore. I could just see these fucking weird alien things running around. Yeah, that shit was freaky, dog.
So it was only when you closed your eyes that you saw stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all the only like hallucinations I've had were like with my eyes closed. Whereas like one time I saw like this, I was like looking up at the sky and it looked like clouds and stuff, and there was like an explosion, I guess, of smoke. It just like came like bang through, and then it became like a lion. It was really sick. And then another time I was drifting through space, and there was like a void that was like calling to me, and I was like, oh shit, I wanna go. It seems so cool.
Yeah.
And then the closer I got, the more scared I got, and then I started panicking. I was like, oh man, I'm leaving my family behind. What if I don't get to come back? They're gonna miss me. And then I heard like a noise upstairs. I was like, my family's there, and I like snapped out of it, and there was no one upstairs. So like, ooh, spooky.
Very spooky.
Yeah. So how do you know once you're off of ayahuasca?
I mean, it wears off.
What happens when it wears off? Like you just like, how long did it go for?
I think it was around like 3 to 4 hours.
How do you know you're not still tripping?
Yeah. What if this whole podcast is just you?
I'm
like,
still on ayahuasca.
Yeah.
I have been for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I
It's
haven't
only
seen
been 1
any
hour.
machine elephants with basketballs and forks coming out of its face.
Yeah, but how do you explain
Lately.
me?
Huh?
How do you explain me?
How do you explain that
I
shirt?
wish I could, Lemon. I don't know. That baffles the mind.
Do you think an artist of this world could come up with such a concoction?
Trippier than any psychedelic I've ever taken.
Complex character like Matt Lemonsack.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, what I mean, yeah, by the time it ends, you're pretty much back to normal.
Okay.
You know, you're still a little like physically wobbly. It's kind of like you were drunk. When you're on ayahuasca, you're physically, it feels kind of like being drunk.
Yeah.
Like a little, you're not supposed to get up and walk around, but I did. Because that, again, the second night was kind of a freaky, I don't know. It was just not a great experience.
Okay.
Again, I probably should have closed my eyes. Maybe it would have had a
maybe.
better resolution. But
So when you had your eyes open, were you just hearing voices, or what was?
just having a lot of really crazy, rapid thoughts.
Okay.
There's like just tons of thoughts all at once.
It's like a very heightened conscience.
Something like that. It's hard to explain. It was weird because it was very sexual the second night.
Ooh.
Like I had this weird.
Who are you with?
No, it was just a bunch of people, and I had this weird thought that like I either had to fuck somebody or I was going to die. Like that night, like I had to and I was like, that's weird. I can't just fuck somebody, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna die then. I'm like, fuck it, I can't. What am I gonna do? Rape somebody? It was weird.
Could have asked maybe some person heard this.
And that's why I like got up and I started walking. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
And then one of the facilitators, he was a dude. He came up to me, and I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, I'm not gonna fuck you. Like that's what I was thinking.
Did you end up fucking anybody that night?
I did not. No.
You survived.
Still alive. Yeah.
I'm still alive, so I guess it
Good.
was.
Oh, thank God.
It was weird.
Funny fucking I need to fuck someone, or I'm going to pass away.
Yeah. So it was a life or death situation.
Yeah, they got to have like hookers on standby just in case.
Right, just in case. I don't even know if I could have gotten hard at that point.
Really?
I don't know if.
And then you've been like,
maybe.
no, I'm going to die.
I mean, if I had
can't-
sat down and some girl started sucking my dick, then maybe. But that didn't happen.
That usually does it
Right.
in the worst of cases.
Yeah. Then I probably would have seen some crazy
P
shit.
Boiz, P Boiz.
Yeah.
Kind of the #1 Metro Detroit comedy podcast. No big deal.